This is Gabriel from BestGuitarEffects.com. I'm going to show you the Chase Bliss Audio Warped Vinyl. Here's my clean tone. And here's the warped vinyl. This pedal has a really nice, warm analog tone. I want to show you the difference between my clean tone and the tone of the dry signal of this pedal, because it still kind of colors your tone a bit in a really pleasing way. So here's my clean signal, and here's the dry signal of the Chase Bliss Audio Warped Vinyl. It's a bit brighter. And then here is the fully wet signal. Has a really nice vintage vibe, but you can blend the two to taste for a really cool preamp sound. Let's bring the depth back up and bring some chorus back in. And you can use the mix knob to blend that a bit. And to really hear how the warped vinyl gets its name, let's go for some of those cool warped record sounds. Let's bring the mix all the way up to bring it to a more vibrato type effect. Let's crank the depth. Okay, when you have the warp set to the middle position, both set sides of the waveform will be at equal length. And when you move it to left or right, you will change the center point of the waveform. So let's hear how that sounds. Okay, it's a sine wave. Let's hear a triangle wave real quick. Let's listen to a square wave. And there is endless variation you can use with setting the first half and second half of the waveform to different wave types, sine, square, or triangle. And a cool way to set it to get some warped record sounds is to leave the first half set to a square wave and set the second to a sine wave. There's lots of variation you can do on this. I'm going to lopside the waveform a bit. Okay, let's hear that. You can use the tap tempo to dial in the rate. You have optional divisions here. Have it set to 1. Let's double it. That's 4 times. And now there's a dip switch underneath the bottom of the pedal that lets you select the 3, 6, and 8 divisions as well. So a lot of versatility there. Another unique feature of this pedal is it has 2 presets, so you can save some of the complex settings that you dial in, and it will save all of the settings of the knobs, all the settings of the dip switches underneath the pedal, and it will even save the tempo that you set via tap tempo or the RPM control. And so when you have the switch in the middle position, all of the positions that the knobs are currently set to will be active. When you push it to the left, the green light indicates the left preset. On the right side, the red light indicates the right preset. So let's see what I have set over here on the left side. I was able to time the warped effect to have a sort of triplet feel, so it has a nice swing feel to it. Let's hear the right side, see what kind of preset we have over here. What's happening here is the ramp is modulating the mix control, so it's going from a dry signal to a wet signal that has a lot of modulation and a higher depth rating. So let's hear that again real quick. Hear it going from a brighter sound to a darker tone with a little bit of a warped feel to it. All right, let's try something interesting. Let's flip over the pedal and flip some of the dip switches real quick and see what kind of sounds we can come up with. I'm gonna modulate the mix. Let's do the RPM. How about the warp? Let's set it to bounce. Okay, let's keep that one down. Actually, let's see. How about we're going to use the switches over here to reverse the mix and RPM. So instead of falling, they will rise as the ramp takes off, and then it'll modulate back downward, of course. A little complex if you're new to this pedal, but let's hear how it sounds. Let's see, let's crank these up. All right, let's see what I came up with here. I really like modulating the mix to go from a fully clean sound to warping the sound by bringing up the mix and having all the effect parameters to pretty extreme settings. Get some really weird effects with this. Let's plug in an expression pedal real quick and hear how that sounds. I'm going to bring up the RPM. All right, let's hear it. That's the Chase Bliss Audio Warped Vinyl. Check it out.